Hi everyone. Today we will be solving another new problem. The problem is known as array intersection. So array intersection 2. It is another a Leetcode problem. Let's see the question. What is given? So given two integer arrays num1 and num2, return an array of their intersection, and each element in the result must appear as many times as it shows in both arrays, and you may return the result in any order. So the result order does not matter. So let's see the example one. What is given in the input? The num1 and num2 are two arrays, and we have to find the intersection point of these two arrays. So let's compare 1 with 2. It does not match, so we'll discard 1. Let's check the 2 and 2. Yeah, it is same, that's why we'll be taking 2 here. Again, go to the next element. Here it is 2. Check with the next element of the num2. Here it is 2. So these both are matching, that's why we will be return 2 and 2 at the output. So intersection means the similar element which are present in both arrays. So that's why the output of the example 1 is 2 and 2. So now let's see the example 2. Here first array num1 array, that is inputs are given 4, 9 and 5 element, and num2 is 9, 4, 9, 8, 4. So check the element which are matching. So 4 and 9 are matched with 9 and 4. That's why we will be solving, returning this 4 and 9. 9, 4 also accepted, but as the question is says that order does not matter. That's why we will be returning only 4 and 9. So far we have understood the output and what we have to take as an input. So now let's see the approach. How can we get the intersection of these two arrays? So I will be discussing two approaches today. One will be using HashMap approach, and another is using two-pointer approach. So first of all, I would like to discuss the first one approach, that is using HashMap approach. So let's see now. So in a HashMap approach, first of all we'll create one array list. So let's create one array list here. This is our an array list, and let's name the array list. Let's say the name of the array list is list. So after that we will be creating one HashMap. So this is our HashMap, and let's rename it. We can take it as a map. So we are done with creating a array list and the HashMap. So now store the every element in the HashMap of num1. So whatever element present in the num1 array, store this in the HashMap. So if we store 1, how many times it appear so far? It is 1. So again we will get 2. How many times it's appeared so far? 1. So again we will be encounter the 2 element. So as the 2 is key, so just increment its value. 1 will be now 2, and again we have encountered 1 again. So that's why the count of 1 is now 2. So this would be our HashMap for the nums1 array. So after that, after storing those elements with their values in the HashMap, we'll iterate the nums2 array now. Let me change the color. Okay. Yeah. So in the nums2 array, we'll just iterate over every elements using a for loop. Using a for loop, we will be iterating every element, and we will check that whether our key present in the hash map or not. And we'll see two conditions, like whether the map contains the key of nums2 and the values are greater than 0 or not. So just see, let me rub this. This is our list. So we will be seeing that our in the nums2 array the keys are present in the or not, and the key of the values are greater than 0 or not. So if it is does, then we will store the values in the list array. So see, 2 is present, yeah, 2 is present, so we will, and 2 is greater than 0, yeah, it does, so we will store 2 here. Now again see that after adding the 2 in this list, we have to decrement its value. So now this value will be reduces to 1 because we have decremented 1 2 from this hash map and we have stored in the list. So now again loop will run, the for loop will run, this element is done. Now for this element again it will check that this key is present in the hash map or not. Yeah, it is present, and the element is greater than equal 0, so the both conditions are satisfied. That's why that 2 again another 2 will be stored here. So after that, once we have completed our traversal in this array, we will store the values, intersecting values in the list. So at last what we have to do, as we have taken it as a array list, but we have to return an array. That's why we will be creating another array which size would be the list.size, and we will be storing those indexes, these indexes in the array, and we will just return the answer. That's it. That is the very simple and simple approach using HashMap. So now if you are not able to catch this intuition, let's jump into the code. I will be discussing here again. So now let's do the coding part. So first of all, we need one array list. Let's create one array list. This would be our integer type, and then name it is a list. New array list. Then again we have created the array list, which should be integer type. The name of the array list is list. So now create the HashMap. The HashMap would be the integer type. Its value should be integer type, and the key should be integer type. So let's name it map equal new HashMap. So after that we will be iterating the first array. So let's run one for loop here. So int n1 nums1, then write the condition if map dot contains key. Map.contains key is a method of HashMap. You can search in the Google and you will get the this function to know more about it. To map.contains key n1, then will put map dot put the values n1 and will retrieve how many times it appears. Map dot get n1 plus 1 or else map dot put n1 and 1. So this is for our array order nums 1, means the array 1. So now again iterate the second array, which is nums2. Let's take it as a n2, then go to the nums2. After that, write a condition if map dot contains key n2 and then these both conditions should be true. Map dot get n2 greater than 0, then add this element, list dot add in the array list n2. So now again map dot put n2, because after putting this putting that element, there should have a condition, or like there are more element present, so with the same value, so we have to reduce each size. So map dot get n2 minus 1. So for so good, so we have done with that, and lastly return the answer, because we have stored all the values in the array list, but here we have to return only one array, so just we will be creating an answer array to return answer. So this would be our new int. The size would be list dot size, and initially the index would be 0. Then iterate this array, which would be int element to list. By the way, this is a enhanced for loop what I have written so far. Enhanced for loop helps to reduce the code, means we don't have to write those index equal 0, index less than condition, then the plus, we can write the enhanced for loop only one line, answer plus 1, then I have to just return the answer. We have stored every indexes of array list in the array, so now just simply return the answer. So that's it. So now run the code. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so there is an arrow map. Okay, so we have to import the library, import java dot util dot star, because we have used HashMap here. Dot star. Now map dot contains key. Okay, so this should be capital. Oh, okay, yeah, it is running. Let's submit it and see. Yeah, it's running successfully. So our code is, and the approach is correct. So now quickly discuss about its time complexity. So the time complexity would be order of m plus n, m for the nums1 array and n for the nums2 array. as we have iterated both of these arrays, so that's why the time complexity is order of m plus n, and the space complexity would be order of minimum of m and n, because there should have there could be any test cases like in the nums1 array elements are like 1 2 3, and the num2 array 1 2 3 4 5. So the arrays are, if the arrays are not equal, so we'll be taking only the minimum of these two arrays. So that's why the space complexity is order of minimum of m and n. So now let's see the next approach, that is using two pointer approach. So in the two pointer approach, first of all we will sort these two arrays. So after sorting this array will be 1 1 2 2, and the nums2 array will be 2 and 2, and then we will be starting from the first pointer here and the second pointer here. From the first pointer will be starting from the nums1 array, and the second pointer will be starting from the nums2 array. Then we will compare those indexes. So 1 less than equal to, so that's why we will be incrementing 1 to here. Now again we will check 1 less than equal to, so this is again violates the condition. So again we will be going to the third index, means second index of the nums1 array. Then again we will compare 2 is equal to 2, it is correct, so we will be storing those values in a array list. So in a array list we will be store the values of 2. Again we will see that whether 2 is we will be incrementing the I pointer to this position and j pointer to this position. Again we will compare 2 is equal to 2, so again we will store this 2 in this array list, and after that we will just return this array list after converting to an array. So that is the simple approach for getting the intersection between two arrays. So now let's jump into the code and we will see how it goes. So now let's write the code. So first of all we will sort the first array. The first array is num1 nums1, sorry. The second array is arrays dot sort nums2. Then we'll initialize the value for I pointer would be 0 and the j would be 0. So now we'll run an while loop here. It will run up to nums1 dot length and j less than nums2 dot length, and then it will check condition if nums I less than equal nums2, yeah, here I should give the index nums2, then increment the values of nums1 array. So I will increment the values of nums array because it is small, so that's why we'll increment the values of the smaller array. Else if our nums1 I greater than equal nums2 j, then we will just increment the value of nums2 array. Else add to add list dot add the nums1 index. We have to store the index to get the intersection points of both areas. Then I plus plus again C plus plus. So this should be nums1. So as yeah, so I forgot one thing here. We have to take one array list to store the element. So define the array list. Array list would be our integer type. Integer type. Let's name this list. Then new array list. Go here. And last, return the answer array. So get the answer array here, and size of the list dot size. Then the index will be 0. Run the for loop here, and element and list, then store the values and increment the indexes. Value. And lastly, return answer. So now let's run this code. There is an error. There is an error. Yeah, the error is okay. This should be greater than. Run now. Again error. Blaze dot. Okay. No, I'm sorry. There is a semicolon. Yeah, these are the small errors are coming when you. Okay, another error for what? Expected. Okay. Yeah. Int answer array. Yeah, it is okay. Yeah, perfect. Now it's running perfectly fine. So let's submit it and quickly discuss about its time and space complexity. So the time complexity would be MlogM and NlogN, as we have sorted both of these arrays. And the space complexity would be order of the sorting time. So that's all for today. If you understood this question, please consider to like, share and subscribe my channel, and give your feedback in the comment section. Thank you so much.